Folks, we're back. This is Steve Sanson, Stephanie Phillips with Veterans in Politics. This is our second show for the week. Today we have April Becker, Clark County Board of County Commission, District C. But before we get to Commissioner Becker, Ms. Phillips.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, and thank you to our sponsors. We have Dr. Ari Nagy. He is running for Congressional District 3. His website is nagyforcongress.com, and that's F-O-R, nagyforcongress.com. Check out his platform. Also, we have Henderson's Mayor, Michelle Romero. She's running for re-election. Her website is votemichelleromero.com. votemichelleromero.com. Get in touch with her. Also, we have Cody K. Whipple. He is running for Congressional District 4. His website is Cody K for Congress, and that's the number 4, codykforcongress.com. Get in touch with him. And also, don't forget to grab your copy of Steve's book, How to Navigate Nevada's Family Court System. You can get a copy on Amazon. It is $14.99. And if you are a litigant and you don't have an attorney and you can't afford one, this is a self-help book, and this will help you navigate that system. So grab your copy. Also, don't forget our block party is this Friday. It's from 5 to 10. And the flyer and all the information is on both of our Facebook pages. You can get on those and find the flyer. It's on Whispering Sands between Sisk and Torrey Pines. Come on out. We're going to have food and bounce houses, lots of candy and a face painter and what I leave out, all kinds of things for the kids. So bring the whole family. Also, we have our Valentine's Ball that is February 7th of 2026. Don't forget to get your early bird tickets for that. You will save money. And again, those links and flyers and everything are on our Facebook pages or on veteransinpolitics.org. And also we have a merch store, vipimerch.com, vipimerch.com. We have all kinds of fun things for you to check out there. Also, for my rant, we have been down to family court. We were there last week, today. And we have been watching some of these cases, and I just have to say, and I'd have to make a correction too. I did a live today, and I had walked around the courthouse, and there were actually 4 dockets that were empty, and there were 5 that were 2 pages. The rest of them were one page, and I had said there were 3 and 3. So forgive me. But anyway, these family court judges, we have noticed. It's just, I was appalled last week, actually. This one told a litigant they could use whatever therapist they wanted to. So they did so. They worked their case plan. And this has been in the works for months, since way earlier this year. They did their case plan, used their own therapist and all this. And then CPS comes up and says, oh, we want you to use our therapist. So they sat around for 3 months before they gave a referral for this therapist that they wanted these litigants to use. And so they're back in court last week, and the judge is admonishing them for not doing their case plan and not using the CPS therapist when he said a long time ago, you could use your own therapist. So I would say, remember the things that you say. If you don't remember what you tell a litigant, go back and look at the video. Because all these months later now, it's almost like all that time was lost. These kids are away from these parents, and they need to be reunified. They need to be brought back together. And all of this is a waste of time. And it's very frustrating. The case that we saw today, also this had these 2 judges prior not award custody and guardianship of these girls to their felon father, who was on as a tier 2 sex offender. None of this would have even happened today. This hearing would not even happen. None of this would be going down. So I know that family court can do better and really consider the kids and what is going on with some of these people. Some should have their kids back, and some, especially ones that are on the sex registry, should not have custody of their kids. So I could go on and on, but some of the things that we see are absolutely horrific. And it's very disturbing to see what happens to these poor kids.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. So,
and you can't help but being passionate and emotional about it.
I am very, very much so. When they say, I hear this term, legal kidnapping, all the time. And I always thought that was a very extreme term, and extreme. It's really not, folks. If you really see what happens, I mean, this judge even brought up the termination of parental rights and adoption as an option. And I'm like, you cannot take kids from perfectly good parents who are engaged, doing their case plan at every single medical appointment, every single visitation. You cannot do that. That really, truly is the definition of legal kidnapping, when you terminate a parent's rights like that and you just take them from a good parent. So,
and I just want to piggyback on the block party, folks. Commissioner Merlin Kirkpatrick partners with us to do these block parties every single year. It's her fourth one, and all of them have been a success. We're expecting a little over 200 people to show up, and jumpy house, face painting, costume contest, DJ, and then we have to set lights up, and it's a lot of logistics that's involved in this. So, just come on out, have fun, and come meet your commissioner. And there might be a lot of other candidates in attendance as well, and you could come out and meet them. But basically, it's a get to know your neighbor and mix it up. And so fortunately, Commissioner Kirkpatrick's been doing this with us, and one of the commissioners jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know if his block party was any success, but
District F.
Yes. Yes, but Commissioner Kirkpatrick was the one that started it. So just to let you guys know. And you know what? All the other commissioners should do block parties too. Isn't that right, Commissioner Becker? I'm putting her on the spot.
No, I have a party.
Commissioner Becker, thank you so much for coming on the program. Could you give us a bio, please?
Oh, just a little bit about me.
From the day you were born.
Well, my goodness. I have been in Las Vegas for about 35 years. I have 3 kids born here, 2 grandchildren. I went to university at UNLV, then went to law school at Boyd, and practiced law. I went back to law school. Probably graduated, I think, when I was probably 39.
So you're still active as an attorney?
I have my license, but I closed my law firm.
Okay. But you still have your... Oh, you have your license. Okay.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
That was too hard to get. I'm not giving that up.
That up.
Yeah. No. So that's me in a nutshell. My husband, he was born and raised here. They own some companies that he runs. They do development, some gaming, casinos, and
so Veterans in Politics is a nonpartisan organization. Nonpartisan. I have to say that twice because some people don't understand what that means.
People don't get it. I know.
And I know I've been showing up to these commission meetings since 1998, when it was Bruce Woodbury, Mary Kincaid Chauncey, Lance Malone, Aaron Kenny. That's my favorite. Who
Dario
else?
Herrera.
Dario Herrera. So, but Bruce Woodbury was the only Republican on that board, and then it was Chip Maxfield who came on, and the other Republican, and then Chip Maxfield decided to leave the commission because of family reasons, is what was told. But you're the lone Republican on that dais. Thank you.
Very good.
To get things, how long you've been there so far?
I think 8 months. What month is this? This October.
October.
10 months.
Okay.
And when did they finally put your picture up?
Oh,
Just because?
I took it up. But
And congratulations, by
Yes.
the way. Congratulations. Well deserved, by the way. How do you get things passed? Especially the commission is supposed to be partisan, but what you guys vote on, buffers and zoning and building and this and landscape and roads and traffic lights, and those are all nonpartisan issues in my book.
they really are. And it actually shouldn't, I don't think, be a partisan position. Right. I always tell people I represent everybody in my district. I represent District C. So some of those people are Republicans, some of them are Democrats, some of them are independent, and probably a majority of them aren't registered to vote. They don't even vote. And I represent every single one of them, whether they voted for me or not. And I take that very seriously. I just try to keep politics out of it.
How do you get things passed?
We because it's according whether you're talking about the business meeting or the zoning. If you're talking about the zoning, the way it's kind of handled is each commissioner oversees their district, and we are always there. We know what's going on, and unless it's something that one of us knows a lot about, we're gonna trust the judgment of the commissioner that oversees that district. I know that when they start talking about some of the things in other areas, I may not have ever even been over there in certain places like Southern Highlands, you go Henderson. I'm not as familiar as I am with Summerlin area, Indian Springs. And I would think that I know more about my area than some of the other commissioners and vice versa. So usually I take the word or the judgment of the person that's overseeing that district, that area.
And I just wanted the clarification. I just thought about it. I believe Boggs McDonald was the other Republican that was on that dais as well.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. So she's in Texas now, I think.
I heard that.
She was trying to be a judge one time. I don't know if she was successful.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's 7 of you, right?
Yes.
And do you feel like it's a 6-on-1 type of deal? You know, you get a free throw on the basketball court? Or?
Not in the zoning meetings, which are every other Wednesday.
Which is what meetings
The business meetings are, we do have different opinions on things as they come up. So far I've been the only one.
Like a $800,000 pay raise, or
it was a $300,000 bonus, right? On top of $1 million.
We're talking about the UMC
director.
Yeah.
On top of $1 million salary, right?
Yes.
And then a bonus on top of that, which is stunning because they don't have enough staff over there, right? They don't work these people full time. They let people go. And what I was telling you this before the show started, but then we had to start. But my friend was there over the weekend. Kidney failure, has one kidney, has kidney cancer
at UMC Hospital.
At UMC.
One kidney.
One
and
kidney.
That one failed.
And the other one, he was in. It was. I mean, if they didn't do anything, he would have died.
Yeah.
So anyway, the urologist. This was an emergency, and they called this urologist on emergency. He didn't answer. Oh. One urologist for the entire hospital is what we were told. When he didn't answer, the radiologist stepped in and actually saved him and did what they needed to do. But the thing is that because that urologist was on call and is the urologist for that hospital, this patient had to go meet that urologist, couldn't go to anyone else in that practice because he is the one for UMC. But only having one, I have to think that, money is involved somewhere in that. And why wouldn't they have 2 or 3? Why wouldn't they have a backup when they're the trauma center for Clark County, for crying out loud. And if that urologist doesn't answer and come in, and then I was thinking, of course, of this vote you had and how you voted and all that, and that contract.
Just mad.
I was.
It was.
So the UMC director makes more than the president of the United States as far as salary is concerned.
Well more than. And plus the president donates his salary. So.
Still?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wish he would donate it to veterans in politics.
So, yeah, that'd be good. So
Write him a letter.
For those that didn't hear, because I know it was on your social media, the news had picked it up, but for those that didn't, tell them how you voted, and you were the lone one.
I voted against it was a merit bonus. So contractually, the board for UMC had agreed to this in their contract. And to me, the thing that really set me off was that when I heard that the hospital was going to be letting people go. And we had staff and nurses that were cutting back on hours. And, it just, that was too much for me. I thought this is a county hospital. First off, that means it's not a private hospital. Taxpayer money pays for it. And, if this were a private hospital, it would be shareholders making the decisions on what the salaries and the bonuses are. And that's okay because that's a profit-based system that they can determine they're making money. They want that he's doing a great job.
Because
let him make more money.
It's their money,
It's
so
their
they got to
money.
make sure where it's spent.
It's
Now
their
it's
money.
taxpayers' money.
This is
Just give it
different.
away.
This is totally different. But
Mhm.
then when I heard that we had people that were going to be let go, that was, it just didn't add up to me.
Mhm.
So, and I was the only person that voted no on it. And I understand like I told you, where the other commissioners were coming from. It was, from their perspective, it was a contract that had been entered into. And to me, I just,
Who entered into that contract in the first place?
the board that oversees UMC, not our board.
Okay.
And that was never brought to the Board of Commissioners. So
But don't they have oversight over the
Yeah.
contract?
just recently, I had to say, because time passes. It was 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago now. Commissioner Naff had brought forward an ordinance revision so that we would have more oversight over the board for UMC. And if that had not occurred, that issue being the bonus would have never been brought before us.
Right.
So that we should start seeing these things and at least have some oversight in the big contracts that they're entering into like this. So I think that was a positive thing that has changed this year. So
Could you tell the folks what your boundary lines are for your district?
one easy thing, Red Rock Casino.
Because a lot of
I'm on the other side of the
Republicans might
street.
want to
Mhm.
move into your district.
They should. So I start
She'll
on
get more money.
Charleston. I start Charleston, and it has a few little dips
Mhm.
along the way. It goes all the way over a little bit past Decatur.
Okay.
And then up north, we go to Indian Springs. I have Mount Charleston.
Mhm.
So if you're going, let's say you're coming from Indian Springs and you're driving towards Las Vegas, everything on the right side of the 95 is mine.
Oh.
And everything on the left side is Maryland's. Kirkpatrick,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
I'm on the left side.
So yes.
Yeah,
And-
he's
and-
in the little island of
And
Maryland's.
I personally love Marilyn
I do too.
Kirkpatrick. I've known
Yeah.
her since 2004 or so, But I have an incident that happened
Okay.
to me that should be right in your wheel well.
Mhm.
So I went to the Venetian
Okay.
and I went to the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert with a lovely attorney. I don't want to mention her name. And I went to, be a gentleman. So we were in our seats and music was on, you're doing your thing. And I went to the bar and I went and I got 2 bottles of water. Okay. So bartender takes the cap off and gives me my bottle. So I thought that was weird,
Yeah.
but I'm okay. All right. I don't need a cap. Okay. So he brings me the second bottle of water and he was doing the same thing. So I'm like, why are you taking the cap off of the bottle of water?
Yeah.
And he goes, that's an ordinance. I said, what ordinance? He goes, all venues have to follow this ordinance. I'm like, Allegiant doesn't follow that ordinance because I've been in the VIP section
Yeah.
of Allegiant. They keep the cap on. And he goes, well, because people throw the caps on the stage. So I'm like, wait a minute. So let's say I was on a first date,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I know where you're going with that.
And I bring this water to a young lady, right, with the cap off. She's gonna think that I'm roofing her,
Not you, but someone might.
right?
you know,
And then when you put your little water in the thing and by the seat and you walk away to go to the restroom, there's no cap
Yeah.
on it. So is that an ordinance, Commissioner Becker?
I have never heard of it. I'm not going to say it's not, but I haven't heard of it. Now I want to go look it up.
I think it's dangerous
I do
for them
too.
to break the seal, and then you take the water. I mean, anybody could roofie somebody's water.
Oh,
or
yeah.
So which is
That's
worse?
what they tell us. I tell my daughter, don't
Yeah,
ever.
exactly.
Yeah.
So which is worse, throwing a cap on stage or somebody dying from an overdose that somebody drugged them with in their
Oh,
water?
No, I'll look that up. As
Please,
soon as,
because it's been haunted me ever
Why
since
didn't you
it
tell me
happened.
before I got? You could have texted me, and I would have looked it up. I would have had the answer for you.
I was going to do
That-
a
He
rant
was gonna
yesterday.
do
That's
the rant
that's
on
thing
that.
that gets that charges me up. That would
Would you
no,
believe that,
no,
though?
and I tend to disagree that it is an ordinance. I don't know if it might be policy within their showroom or
all
casino.
the venues do it.
Well, yeah, I'm not taking
He was
his
blanking
word
it.
for it.
All the venues. I'm like, well, Allegiant don't do that.
Yeah,
Maybe he used the wrong word. Maybe
Yeah.
ordinance was the
Well-
wrong word. But what jurisdiction do you have over the casinos or any of that?
well, we do have. I mean, that's Commissioner Knapp's district.
County.
It is county, but when it comes to things like water or food, I would think that that's more the health department. But I would disagree that that's an
But
ordinance.
I have a caveat to add to
Okay.
that. So like I said, I was with an attorney,
Yes.
and so I asked her because she was like, where's the cap?
Yeah.
And I told her, and she goes, well, if somebody did get drugged, that'll be a lawsuit. And she goes, I'll be more than happy to take that suit.
There was a time I would too, but I closed my law firm.
So you're an attorney. And would that be a lawsuit if they have this policy to break the seal and then somebody drug the water and then somebody end up in a coma or whatever?
I think it's a bad policy. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that people probably have been drugged, and that would put everyone on notice that it's a potential, that it's something that could happen. So yeah, it's not smart in my opinion.
I didn't think it was. Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Phillips.
You feel better?
I got that off my chest now.
Yeah.
Much better.
But it's a good thing you were with a very good friend of yours
Mhm.
that is like family. So it was okay. She trusted you
She
to
trusted me. But
to
it
bring
was-
you
but
bring
I
her
was
a
looking out for the
bottle
next guy.
of water.
Well, yeah, but even like you said, if you have it sitting there, they say you're never supposed to leave your drink.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not just for women. Men get drugged
Absolutely.
and raw.
Yeah, this is a different world. We're
It
living
really
in,
is,
so.
and
I would
yeah.
tell my daughters, don't take anything from anybody.
Right.
That has a seal that's broken.
right, and
Or don't have a cap.
and I'm gonna guess that bottle of water was $15, so you didn't want to like leave it, but
So she left it in the thing, the holder
Yeah.
on the chair, and then went up to go dance. And I'm like, oh hell no.
yeah, oh no, that's gold, that's gold.
I picked it up. But anyways, go ahead, Ms. Phillips.
So a number of things that I want to get to, but when we were down there testifying, this particular one I testified about District F and the conditions of the different districts, and some are better than others, and District F is just a complete mess. In fact, we went around the district and I did a whole commercial on it and a video and showed. So when people and the residents have a problem with their district and it's just completely failing, like it looks like a third world country, where does that fall in line? Like if you hear from some of your residents of what's happening in your district, where does that fall in the priority list of getting those things rectified? And
In
so,
my district,
Mhm.
oh
yeah, if
it's
somebody brought up the same.
number one.
Oh, okay.
Number one.
So if somebody came down there and testified about all those things that I had brought up, went to the trouble of going around the district and making a video and then a whole thing to put out there, that would get your attention and you would think, oh my God, I need to look at.
I would hope that if it were my district, you would come to me,
Mhm.
and I would
Just
talk
before she put out the video, right?
Yeah.
Or after she
before or after. If it was my district, I want to know. I just fortunately, my district, we have some areas that need work, some redevelopment areas, but I would want you to come talk to me. That's
Yeah.
I have people come in to my office every day just about that they might not like me. It's not fun, but that's, I don't know if you heard about the issue I had with, what do you call it? Alleged sex club in my district.
Oh my, no.
That's an issue. I went out and talked to the neighbors in the evening at night, and while they were protesting, just to see, just so I know better. We've been working with them and Metro, but I would want you to come talk to me, and I would do whatever I could to try and fix what the problem was. That's just me. I really care.
Well, that's
about
good because
my people.
A lot of people think. In fact, I was just talking to somebody. They're in the city jurisdiction. They were just over Sahara. And they fall into the city, and they're talking about a park and homeless people and all this. And this happens in District F as well, and some of these others. And I said, you have to email the city council person, call them. You can always come down and do public comment. But a lot of people think that when you do that, no one listens and no one does anything. In my particular case, what I was talking about, District F, Justin has done nothing. And he's well aware, very aware. I was very direct that day. And also what I put out on social media.
You scared me.
Oh, I did not. I know he sees this stuff on social media, but I tell people, we have testified on other things that, changes have been made. And I encourage people to be involved and get to know elected officials, because sometimes you listen. And things change. So
yeah, and just to put it out there, our website is Fix It. And if you have a problem, even if it's not in my district, anybody's district, that's for the county. And we will even find if it's in the city, we direct that to the right person at the city. So I think it's fixit.com. And I've been hearing a lot of good things that are going on with it, and it makes me feel good because I think it's working.
Good.
So it's fairly new.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Were you in the hospitality industry?
I have been, yes.
And at what capacity?
I have been a waitress. I've been a bartender. My husband, we own restaurants and bars as well. He's never let me work for him in one of them, but.
and so you could relate to many of the folks that come before.
Oh yeah.
I
was a single mom. I've had to make choices of whether I was going to buy food or pay a bill. I know what it's like, and things have not always been easy. Yeah, so I definitely understand a lot of the time when people come to me with issues.
So what motivated you to get into public service?
My husband says I'm crazy because...
Are you?
I mean, I can be if I'm mad enough. Crazy, I don't know.
Do you throw plates? What do you do?
I've thrown things before. Oh. I have.
She's a leader. This is called a leader, and she's passionate. So it's not crazy.
Okay, so what?
I'm older now, so
what you don't look a day past.
I'm calmer
38.
now.
So what motivated you to get into public service?
What actually got me started thinking about it was after I became an attorney. And I would have cases and I would see statutes and I would be like, why is this here? This doesn't even make sense. And then maybe it would contradict a statute in another area. And I'm like, I'm having to go to court on this. And I don't even understand which one is going to be controlling. And it just didn't make sense. So I learned how to do statutory research on the history of how we get laws. And that's when I learned what a lobbyist was. That's when I learned how things happen, just reading old transcripts of old bills and bills that were relevant in the area that I was practicing at the time. And then I thought, just some things, for me, I felt like I had done some litigation, med mal. I had done a few cases, and I just thought...
Have you done pro bono?
I've done pro bono, not pro bono med mal. Probably I have, because my husband always complains. I don't bill a lot.
What does your husband do?
He runs Becker Enterprises and Becker Gaming.
Okay. Oh, gaming. Was that a casino? Or?
We have the Charlie bars. So Charlie's Down Under, Charlie's Lakeside, Charlie's Bar.
What are you doing kind of commission? Yeah. You should be chilling over in Taiwan somewhere.
Yeah.
She's serving her community.
That's what my husband said. No.
You got his number?
Yeah, no, he don't.
So Charlie's Bar, all of the Charlies?
Yeah. My
father, even the one right here on Lake Mead and
Down Under.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
We been going to a lot of those.
Good.
I didn't know it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So my father-in-law built Arizona Charlies, and then these all spun off from that. We don't have Arizona Charlies at this
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But no, I some of the litigation that I would do, I just felt that, things like statute of limitations, on an issue for a medical issue, it's 1 year. And, sometimes you have a patient that doesn't speak English. They trust the person that's taking care of them. And they have 1 year to determine that caregiver did not appropriately do their job. And so things like that, it seems like the poorest among us are the ones that suffer the most from these laws. So you have, I always use like two business entities that are going to argue on a contract. They have a 6-year statute of limitation, but on something like a malpractice, it's 1 year. And I just, these kind of things, I just wonder why.
Right.
It doesn't seem fair. So that's where it started stemming, like, I think I could do a better job. And I ended up running for state senate in 2020. It was the first time I ran. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was very passionate. And I think I ran a really great race. The district, I had no idea. I didn't understand registration numbers, but the district, I think, was an 8+ dim district, which means there were,
Which district was it?
It was Senate District 6.
Oh, okay.
So it was, what that means is there's a ton more Democrats registered to vote than Republicans, and you're probably not going to win. And if you think you are, you'd have to raise millions of dollars, and I didn't think
Unless
about it.
You get the independents and libertarians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even that, you got to raise a lot of money so that they hear about you.
What's your budget for your district?
For
Your district?
for
C.
my race?
C.
No, District C.
Yeah.
Do you have a budget?
He took a
Oh,
left
you
turn
don't
on
have a
you.
budget.
Yeah, I was
He
like,
took a
what?
left. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to keep up with me. I'm all over the
I
place.
was like, for my race, I was like, I think
District
I
C.
No, District C.
Uh,
do you have a budget?
No, if you were paying attention when I first got elected, the guy that had the seat before me gave
That's why I'm
away.
bringing it up.
If you're going
Yeah.
there,
Mhm.
we don't have what you would call a budget.
Budget.
I think, and I used to know all the numbers, but around 2023, I believe they had a surplus of money. And so they allocated a certain amount for each district.
Okay.
And I think it came out to about 12 million for each district. And that was to do amenities with the parks, upgrade things that you need in your district for your parks and recreation. And that was the money that was given to District C was about 9.8 million, and it was 12 million, and then he had 9.8 million left that he gave to another district about a month before I got
Is that legal?
sworn in. It is legal. I did a lot of research right after.
Who actually reallocated those funds from your district to TICS?
It was voted on by the county commission.
Oh.
It was voted on.
Okay.
So that's what makes
Feel like you
it
got
legal.
robbed?
No, because I got it back.
All of it?
Good for you.
Good job, April.
I got it back.
You use your legal maneuvers on that?
Well, when
Yes.
that came out in the news, I mean, how embarrassing for the other commissioners that they would take from
Another district.
her,
Yeah.
and they knew she was coming in the only Republican, so that probably had
Well,
something
and
to do with
the crazy thing about it, I just talked about this last night. So when I got sworn in, I was just reading, trying to learn how the meetings work so that I could actually do something about it. And it turned out that the only way that it could be brought up for rehearing is if someone who voted on it they
Change of
voted
heart?
yes. No, they had to vote yes. So if they had voted against it, they couldn't bring it up for a rehearing. It had to be someone who voted yes for it. And so someone brought it up, and we were able to rediscuss it. And what ended up happening is Commissioner Segerbloom gave me back my district about $2 million of the money, and then the rest came from another area. of
That
the
was
general
mighty
fund.
nice of him.
That's what he told me.
Mhm.
But it was. I mean, I was grateful.
I don't think
But-
he had much choice, though, especially once the news got a hold of that and heard that story, and it was all over social media.
Yeah.
That-
But we did get it all back. So
Good.
Do you
Yeah.
have a lot of dispensaries in your district, or does he have a lot of dispensaries in his?
they're
Probably more so in
they're-
his, I would
they're
say.
more in his.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense. Commissioner Becker, if somebody was to come to you and say, "Hey, they're just speeding on my road. It's a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and I know they're doing at least 60, and it's a residential area, and I think somebody probably going to get killed if we don't do something." I mean, there was one that happened not too long ago over by Arborview High School,
Yes.
which is not far from me.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well, the first thing I would do is I'd call Metro and ask them what's going on and see if we needed to do a traffic study, if we need to put more, lights and crosswalks, or that would be my first. I'd probably go to Maryland and say, Maryland, what do I do?
Would you put up some
Speed
speed bumps or humps?
If they want it, a lot of times they don't want them. They won't even tell me when they need potholes fixed in some of my areas. And I'll have a community meeting, and someone will bring up the potholes, and I'm like, that's something I can help you with. And the other neighbors will be like, shh, we don't want her to fix them because it slows people down. So a lot of times
Oh my God.
yeah, they like their potholes sometimes. In some
I don't
areas.
like potholes. I
I
like
don't
speed
either.
bumps.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a rush, I don't want a speed bump. But,
Yeah,
but in my neighborhood, I want one. I'm a little hypocritical that way.
yeah.
So.
It just tears up our cars. Every time I drive down Desert Inn, Spring Mountain,
potholes,
Rainbow,
not the speed
full-
bumps, right?
just all
Probably
of them,
both.
everything.
Yeah.
And I hear it's just, I'm mad every time I drive down the road. It is so bad, and it's so bad on our.
Well, you must have a low car because I drive a
Vehicle.
Jeep.
Oh
and
yeah, no, mine's.
I
I
love-
drive a truck.
I love to run over things. So,
Yeah. Oh no, mine's like low profile.
yeah, I gave up on that a long time ago.
Do you do any community partnerships since you've been on the
Yeah.
commission? With who
Well, we
and why?
UNR Extension. That's one that I've been working with a lot, and I have to give credit to Commissioner Kirkpatrick because she has helped me learn all these things.
Only 2 women on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You and Commissioner Kirk.
Yeah. And so she gets me in touch with the people I need to meet and the people that are interested in the things that I'm interested in. And she's been like a huge asset to me. So I'm lucky because I think she takes a lot of
She does.
jabs for that.
Yeah, this is her last term, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
She's a great lady. Yeah, we
I
love her.
I think Steve Sampson should go run for that.
Oh my
and be the
goodness.
commissioner.
It'll be an open seat.
Yeah, be an open seat.
Can you imagine? The rest of the commissioners would be like, "Oh no, this Sanson guy. Now we have to deal with him every
Becker and
day."
Sanson.
Yeah, they probably felt that way about me, but I think we all get along just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you sit on any boards like the water board, the tourist board?
I have a list if you want me to pull it up
Sure, I like to know what boards you sit on
because there's a bunch.
and why.
Why? I'll tell you why. I sit on them because I was told to.
Mhm.
You're an attorney. Attorneys don't usually answer yes to anybody. They usually tell everybody no.
No, it didn't work that way. Let's see. Here. Okay,
Hope Fiscal Affairs is one of them you sit on.
no.
Oh.
I chair the Kyle Canyon Water District. I'm vice chair on the Clark County Audit Committee, just a member of the Debt Management Commission. I'm a member of the Family and Juvenile Justice Service Policy and Fiscal Affairs Board, and I chair the Mount Charleston Fire Protection District, and I'm a member of the Nevada Commission on Nuclear Projects, and I'm a member of the Workforce Connections, and I was recently put on as a member of the Health District. So I'm on that with Commissioner Kirkpatrick.
So what boards do you put people on that's in your district?
I haven't done that yet. So you mean the ones that I sit on?
No, like there's other boards
Oh,
that you
they
have
come up
control
all the
over.
time.
Okay.
The baseball, we just did that one. We have those come up all the time. I couldn't even tell you. Almost every business meeting, we have something that we're appointing somebody to, and I guess people apply for that, and I guess I haven't named anyone for any of those yet. They don't seem to tell me about them until the business meeting, and I see it. So
You got a good staff working for you?
I have a fantastic staff. I brought in 2 people, and I have 2 positions that I'm interviewing for right now to fill. But I mean, we came in together, and we're all learning together, and I am very lucky.
Okay. Ms. Phillips?
So we came in, something else that we testified about was Child Haven, CPS, DCFS, and all of that. And I didn't realize how much jurisdiction you guys do have over them, funding, policy, and different things. So the things that we had brought up and concerns about Child Haven and how some of these things are run, have you guys investigated any of that? Have you gotten together to address how, such as like Child Haven, how they treat parents and not give them medical records when they should, and the parental rights are still intact, and just some of the other things? How does that work when you have somebody that brings you concerns about some of these agencies that you guys do oversee?
Since that was brought up, Commissioner Kirkpatrick and I both have toured, gone through Child Haven, and there are some issues that we're working on. It can't, all of that is protected because it's children. They don't even tell me certain things. It's very hard to get the information, but we are working on that.
Thank you.
I've done a lot of pro bono work for the CAP system with children, and I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's hard work, but I care greatly about children, and we're going to do what we can. It didn't get this way overnight, and it's not going to be fixed overnight, but we're working on it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That one is very near and dear to our heart, and so that's good. Thank you for that.
Since you've been a commissioner for the past 10 months, what have you accomplished? And you got another 3 years and something before you run for re-election. And and what are you planning to accomplish in the next few years? What have you accomplished, and what are you planning to accomplish?
I'm working on a park that's up in my district. But I will tell you, you like roadblocks, you like speed bumps. That's what I am right now. I am.
I'm like, where's she going with this?
I stand in the way of a lot of things. If I'm not able, if I'm only one vote,
Stand your ground.
I said this when I ran for office. I try to explain to people, this isn't like if you're a president where you got an executive order. You have 1 vote out of 7. And there are going to be a lot of times that what I vote for, I'm going to lose that vote. But you're going to know about things that you never knew about before. And
Absolutely.
it's a start. And I've been standing up almost every meeting for things that I think the public needs to know about. And there have been things that have changed. I mean, even with purchasing, with our contracts, I had a big problem with unbid contracts, and we have 38 departments, and a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but some of the department heads don't follow the rules. And I've seen things change since I've been there with purchasing, and what they know that I expect, and they're changing to it. So that's all I can ask from the people in the staff in the county, is to just follow the rules, be consistent, and this is what I expect. And I think that there have been times that it's disheartening going into a position like this and knowing that I'm just one person. But there are things that have happened, and they might be small, but they make me feel like I'm
As
making
long
a
as you can
difference.
sleep good at night. That's
Yeah,
what I
but I mean, I also don't want to spin my wheels and waste my life.
Right.
I want to make a difference, and I do think that we are going to make changes.
And speaking of standing up, you stood up for the tenants at the hangars in North Las Vegas Airport. Thank you for doing that, by the way, because that took some guts to do when you know that everybody else is gonna look at you cross-eyed. I really appreciate that. Remember, it takes one Marine to take down a whole village. So you be that one Marine.
She was the first one that spoke up, I believe, after the public comment was done that day. And there was a overwhelmingly clear conflict of interest with Ben. Have a hard time pronouncing his last name. You know who I'm talking about. Yes. But when you set the precedent there, because then I believe 2 or 3 other NAFT and was it Maryland? I forget. There were others that hopped in after you recognized really what was going on, and then it tabled.
The meetings were mishandled as well. I mean, you don't kick the press out of a public meeting,
right?
And that made me mad because the press called me at home, and I gave them written authorization to enter into the next meeting, which was the next day, and it was like, you can't do that. So I tried to help them, and I thank them for doing their job. Report on it, please.
But none of this is a partisan issue.
No.
I mean,
these are veterans and pilots and people, with hangars.
I'm
and
going to tell you, the county issues are not partisan issues. They're not partisan issues.
These are taxpayer Nevadan issues.
Yeah.
And how many veterans are in your district?
A lot. I
Okay.
don't have an exact number, but yes.
Is Ben still employed at the same?
Yes, he is, but he has stepped down from the board that he was on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's the way that was handled.
So obviously the county was probably more lucrative than what the board was.
Oh, they say it was an unpaid position. That was an unpaid position.
Yeah, I know all about those unpaid positions.
And probably some side commission, under the table. No, we're kidding.
Commissioner Becker, so how do you feel since you took the oath until now? How do you feel about the process and the commission?
I feel a little more comfortable now because it was just such a learning curve. It was just so much to learn. And, like I said, I brought people in for my staff. I didn't hire from within. Right. And so we were all learning to get together. And I joked about it. It took me 2 weeks to find out where I parked my car. It's a big building. And
they didn't tell you?
Oh yeah. Well, I parked there, but then I couldn't find my way back. It's a big building, and I ended up in one of the departments, and I asked him, because I have a garage that we park in, and I went to a desk, one of the front desks, and I said, do you know where the parking garage is? And the guy looked at me like I was crazy. I don't know. He didn't know who I was. That was fine. I just said, do you know where the parking garage is? And he's like, what parking garage? And I said, there's a parking garage here. I parked my car in it. He goes, there's no parking garage here. And I was like, so he's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I think I parked in a parking garage. And so I was like, I'll thank you. And I walked away. It took me about 2 weeks to figure out every day. I mean, I did find my car every night, but I
just put a tracker on it, then you could find it.
But I would just say there was a lot to learn.
AirTag, what is that called?
Yeah,
AirTag.
AirTag.
Yeah.
Just
it is a lot to learn. It's very daunting.
So the commission is over the budget for all the departments: the recorder's office, the assessor's office, the county clerk's office. In fact, the county clerk's supposed to be sitting with you guys, take notes, right? They're supposed to be what they call them, the note keep. Yeah, I forget the proper.
Yeah, she
sits on the end, right? On the other side of Justin.
Yeah, Lynn Goya.
Right. Yeah, Lynn.
So you guys are in charge of. Financially, you guys are in charge. So when somebody brings up a complaint about one of the management offices, do you guys look into the issue, or you just, especially if they do that public comment, or do you just like brush it to the side and say, oh, well, he just want to run his mouth? Well, do you pay attention to
we pay
public
attention, and especially for me, I always go to the county manager. That's when someone comes to me, I go to the county manager. And maybe as I learn more, I don't think Maryland does that, or Commissioner Kirkpatrick. I think that because she knows everything, so she doesn't need to go to the county manager. But that is usually who I go to get direction or to find out what is being done on this. And
Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The recorder's office. I mean, it was so funny when we brought this up, when we testified, or he testified about that. I was on District F that day, I think. But we had, and I don't know if you went into this on that testimony, we had so many whistleblowers who work in that building write to us, call us, tell us all kinds of stuff. We have asked many people that work in the building, and they laugh when we bring the issue up because they know what's happening in the recorder's office.
Is it the recorder's office?
The
recorder herself, where she comes in at night.
At night when everybody else is at home.
And no one's there. He that's the whole reason for that testimony. But these people that have worked there for years, this has gone on for years, according to these people that work at the county, and they all laugh because everyone is aware. She comes trotting in after work or after normal work hours, does a thing. People say she falls asleep. People say they see her once a week, once every 2 weeks that, work there during the day. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. She's an elected official. She's paid to do this job. And how can you run a recorder's office when you are not there during business hours and you show up at 5 to 10 or something just to get some hours in? Does she log a key in the building? Can you look at records of when she actually enters the building?
Well,
I mean,
if she's an elected official, we don't oversee that. We don't have any say-so on elected officials. So
you control the budget, though.
Yeah,
to some extent.
But what about
she controls that budget? If that's who you mean. So there have been several areas. I've never heard anything about her that's negative. I really haven't. Now there are some that I have. No, really. Really.
You should hear the conversations.
Do I need to go downstairs more often?
You need to come hang out with us sometimes because it is
really
stunning what people have said. And I would think
from different departments.
I thought you guys had some sort of jurisdiction over.
There are issues
what
with
happens.
Other departments that I'm very well aware of, and it is an elected position. And unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it because the person's elected. So that's something that people that's a problem when people don't pay attention to these races that they don't think are that important. Everybody cares about Congress. Everybody cares about U.S. Senate. They care about the president. They care about these, the governor. These are big offices. Mm-hmm. But when you get down into these other little offices, they really make more difference in your day-to-day life than the others. They're very important. Yeah.
This is an ethical problem, though. To me, that is an ethical problem. So someone has to have jurisdiction over that.
As an elected official,
mm-hmm.
I won't say any names, but we've had a commissioner in the past that didn't go to work, and they're not there now.
Oh.
But there's not much they could do about it.
Was it Tom Collins?
I know.
Don't call out Tom.
It's just not much they can do because they're elected. I'm elected.
That's a shame, though.
It's sad.
That is a shame.
But there are many, many elected positions that they are not doing a good job. Mm-hmm. So it's no different. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of people feel it more because it hurts them in their day-to-day life because these positions matter and no one pays attention to them.
Yeah. So. And the people that work there, my goodness, the complaints. I mean, it isn't just that she's not showing up. during the day. It's bias, it's racism, it's reverse racism and hiring friends,
From the
from
church.
her church, and just all these things that you would never, that should never even
She was there
happen.
when you guys said that?
Yeah, I don't know. No, she doesn't come in until 5 o'clock.
No, because she's at every meeting that we have.
Oh,
This person.
no.
Oh, the recorder?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't there.
She wasn't.
No.
That's not her hours that she comes.
It's not her hours. Not 9 in the morning. Are you kidding? That's sleepy time.
I don't think, I never saw her. Did you at
No,
that
I
meeting?
didn't see her. I didn't see
In
her.
fact,
But
we
I wanted to put it on the record.
Okay.
So that's one of my main goals, is to
Yeah.
put it on the record. So that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish.
I would hope if she was there that she'd come talk to us. But we did a live out that back door, where that side parking lot is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a live over on that side late in the day because we were trying to catch her. Everybody was leaving. We were waiting to see maybe she would be walking in,
Yeah.
and we would get her on the live. But it didn't happen.
Anyways.
But voters need to know. That's part of the things
and
that
seat
we
is
do.
up. That seat is up in 26. So,
Mhm.
Elections.
so.
We have a lot of elections
Do,
going
do you have anything else for Commissioner Becker?
Well, we could probably talk all night, but no, we'll let her go.
Is she hungry?
I know.
on.
I know.
Kidding
We're
me.
sorry.
if
April.
if I will find out about if that cap is an ordinance, I will find that out.
Please.
Anytime you have questions, just
Okay.
you text me.
We'll text you.
Don't tell us that.
What about the
Yeah, I'll find out about that because that is that's a problem.
Thank you. Commissioner Becker, do you have anything you want to say that we haven't covered?
I have my farmers market is this Friday,
Uh-huh.
and it's every other Friday. We're gonna have a movie in the park at the same time and
Where's that?
trunk or treat
Where's that?
at Mountain Crest Park.
Okay.
I-
What day?
It is this Friday.
Oh,
I'd have
what
to-
time?
It starts at 3, I think.
PM?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm a vampire. I come out at 3 a.m.
Oh no! See, I get
It'll be
up.
long done by then.
Let's see. I just want
You
to.
can go hit the recorder's office
Yeah,
at
I
that
could
time.
go
You
hit
probably
the
have
recorder's
company.
office, have a talk with her.
It starts at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
It's Mountain Crest Park,
Okay.
which is 4701 North Durango,
Okay.
and we're doing that I think it's every first and third Friday.
Okay.
So we're trying to get it. It's sad because we just started in September, and our second one we had a huge windstorm. I think we had a tornado that came through and like knocked everything down, and then we had a rainstorm on the next one. The weather is supposed to be beautiful this Friday, so if you want to come out, you got kids,
No.
gonna have a big movie.
This Friday?
We
This
got
Friday.
Our block
we got the
party.
block party
Oh.
this Friday. I want you to come to our block party.
I can't come to that one, but
Could you sneak away?
mm,
It's from 5 to 10.
well, yours is going. I was gonna say yours is probably going
Marilyn will
later
be
than
there.
mine.
Yeah, Maryland's going to be there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're competing. I didn't even
If
realize
I
it.
have 4 commissioners at one time, is that a quorum?
It is.
Okay.
I just
Oh.
I got to be careful with that.
So no more than 3 then?
No more than 3.
Okay.
That's another thing. I just brushed up on the open meeting laws.
I'm going to bring that up at the end of this show, by the way, about open meeting law.
Okay.
A little rant that I was saving. She doesn't know about
Don't get me started because I'll rant too.
it.
You can have a rant. I'll
Commissioner Becker,
clip all of our rants.
look in the camera. This is you get the final word, so to speak, and you can say whatever you want. You could give your contact your office or with a phone number, or reach out to your constituents, whatever you want to do.
Well, I just want to thank everybody that has supported me throughout the years, and I just want to do the best job I can for you. And if you have any questions, you need help, if the commissioner in your district, you're not in mine, if they're not reaching out to you or responding, please contact my office. And I know where their office is, so I'll walk down and get them to help you out. So I'm at the county. I'm there every day, usually all day long. So please just reach out and let me know what I'm doing right. You always let me know what I'm doing wrong, but just anything you need, I'm here.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Becker. Thank you for coming on the program.
Yep.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Folks, that's April Becker, Clark County Board of County Commission District C, and we hope that this show has been informative to you. And I just wanted to talk just really quick about the last time I was at the podium at the county commission meeting. I was ranting about my mic was turned off, and I was very upset about that because I've never had my mic. I mean, I talk, but I've never had my mic turned off ever by anybody. And I was calling out Commissioner Sigerbloom for doing that. And as I was walking away, Commissioner McCurdy, I didn't turn around because I didn't want him to violate the open meeting law, because if I would have went back to the podium, he probably would have dialogue with me, and it was during public comment. So I didn't want him to violate the public meeting law. So I just froze, and I was a little upset by it. And he said that, and I know Commissioner McCurdy and Commissioner Sigerbloom does a lot of events together, so I know they're pals. But Commissioner McCurdy, I've known your dad since 2003, just to let you know how far back I go with your father. And I didn't want to go back over there and call you out or anything like that. But you did make a statement, and you said that the technicians are the one that control the microphone. And, you know, like I said, I've been going to commission meetings since 1998, and I wanted to let you know that's a false statement. The chair controls the microphone. So just to let you know. So please look into it. And if you're going to scold me on something, make sure you're scolding me correctly. Because if the technician controls the microphone, then why would we need a board of county commissioners for? We just have the technicians do whatever they want. But that's not how it is. The county commissioner chair controls the microphone. So I just want to make you know that's how it goes. And if I was a chair of the county commission, believe me, the technician would not control the microphone. It will be me, just to let you know. This is Steve Sampson, Stephanie Phillips of Veterans in Politics. Until next time.